Good morning. Happy Valentine's Day if you are celebrating. I'm not. But I'm still gonna get ready like I am, and we'll see where the day takes us. It's hard to scrunch my eyes. Anyway, my energy drink for today is, well, my second energy drink this morning is Ultra Vice Zero Sugar by Monster. So that's step one. Apologies if that was too loud. My favorite part here. I love that. So I went and got a couple of new things yesterday, and I thought we could try them out together. Actually, I got 4 new things. The one thing I have already tried out, and that was just a rice exfoliator. It's hard to tell yet whether it worked well or not, because I only used it the one time. And my skin is not loving life right now in general, so jury's still out on that one. This here though, it was on clearance for $4 at Winners. And apparently, there we go. Okay, so it is a 6-pack of these little heart puffs for powder. I just think they're cute. And they're Peanuts branded, even though the only thing on it that is Peanuts is the label like on the little ribbon. So, okay. One sec, hold that thought. Hi, I'm back. Okay, so I just grabbed a quick little after school snack to start my day. And by little I mean 50 milligrams. So we'll see how this goes. To start, these patches, I think I can't remember if these are the caffeine ones, like the depuffing, or if they're like hyaluronic acid. I got 2 at the same time, so either or. I need a garbage over here, because I hate touching these things. So let's get started. I've already done skincare, but my skin can always use a little bit more moisturizer because it's so dry and peeling. That's why I got the exfoliator that I got. So I'm just gonna add in some hydrating serum. This one that I just used is just a little tester from Drunk Elephant. There you go. The B-Hydra Intensive Hydration Serum. And there's still a lot of the essence from the eye patches that are on my face as well. So for today's makeup, let me start by showing you what I got yesterday. So I got the exfoliating skincare, whatever you want to call it. And I also got this, it's called, what's the brand? Absolute New York. It's fluffy hair-like strokes, tattoo, brow strokes. There are so many names on this. Anyways, that's what it looks like. And if you can see all the fine little tips, and I got it in the shade brown because I'm hoping that if it is a little too strong for my eyebrows right now, they could use some work, but they go a little bit darker in the winter, obviously, and then in the summertime, because I was naturally like light blonde when I was little, if I'm out in the sun, they bleach to like nothing. Anyways, but, ooh, that's cute. There's one sticking out. Got it. Okay. So I'm hoping that, oh, okay, that's very fine little lines. I was gonna say, worst case Ontario, I can just use it like a dotter for fake freckles, but let's see how it works on the brows. I like that, I like that you don't have to like prime it. It's just immediately out of the packaging, good to go. So yeah, I don't really have plans today too much. My friend's birthday was a couple of days ago, and her stepdad sent me a message this morning. They just live right across the road. I'm staying in her basement, which, yes, that's embarrassing, but her mom and her stepdad, they just live right across the road, and he sent me a message this morning asking if I was coming over for her birthday dinner later this afternoon. And I'm like, well, she didn't invite me, so I feel like that'd be, even though like we're best friends, but, and I don't think that she didn't invite me to be rude or anything, but I'm like, I don't want to just show up if it's like a family thing, you know? Even though her parents were essentially my second parents in high school. Anyway, okay, so that's kind of fun. That was the one thing that I got, and then I want to see if it might not work for the fake freckles that I had intended, but that's okay. Oh, and also, I finally got this open. It's only been like 2 months. It's the Benefit 24-hour brow setter. You don't even want to know what it took to get that open. Just make them nice and floofy. I like this one. I've been using my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow glue or brow gel for a hot minute now because I couldn't get this open. But I prefer the formula on this one. So I'm not going to close it like super tight because that was horrible. The other fun thing that I got yesterday, these are from Winners, by the way. I thought I'd save myself some money and go into Winners because I really only went in for the exfoliator. I don't know why people sleep on the skincare aisle of Winners, because you can get some really good quality products for a lot cheaper than you would pay at like Sephora, for example. If I could get this open, why does packaging have to be so difficult? So frustrating. There. But anyways, I'm excited for this. So pretty. Little Charlotte Tilbury moment. This is the Pillow Talk Dreams luxury palette for color-coded eyeshadows. And we've got, well, they're not colors. Just says Prime, Enhance, Super Pop, and Smoke. Oh, those are pretty, but falling out. So that's kind of lame. Anyway. Very pretty. I'm gonna do eyeshadow with this today, obviously. Because I didn't buy it just to look at it. So, brows are done, and I'm gonna do my eyes first before doing like the rest of my skin, because I feel like there might be some fallout from that. First things first though, not first thing, but I forgot that I thrifted these, and I just found them when I was looking for something else, and I wanted to show you. I'm a big fan of vintage stuff. I love yellow gold. I used to hate yellow gold when I was younger, but I love it now. And vintage brooches, cameos, anything pearly, like, I just love it. So in this little bag for $2.99, starting off with this little timepiece. I just need to find a chain or something to hang it on. And then these two cute little pins. Now, I am not overly like a girly girl, like hearts, flowers, that type of stuff. I'm trying to work myself into that a little bit anyways. But, so that tiny little pin, and I like it because it's got that on the end of it. And then this one, very out of character for me, but I think it's cute. Just a tiny little butterfly with like the flower design painted on, and again it's got that little stopper there that I think screws on. I'm not sure. Anyway, those are cute, and I just wanted to show you. So, for my eyes, I'm going to start by putting down some concealer. And use that as like a base. And then hopefully the makeup will stick a little better and not fall and crumble and crease and everything. So not even saying this in a poor me kind of way, but I did not mean to do my whole under eye as well, but here we are. That's gonna crease so bad. Whatever. Anyway, not to say this in like a poor me kind of way or anything, but I don't remember the last time that I had a Valentine. Which is funny because my ex and I were together for 9.5 years. That was like five or so years ago. But yeah, even though I was with him, there was still no like, oh my god, I love you, happy Valentine's Day. Anyways, okay, so I'm gonna start with the shadows first. I'm gonna do some eyeliner. So with the Charlotte palette, I think I'm gonna use the neutral kind of pinky tone first. I'm gonna use that to kind of go around in the crease. That's very pigmented. Very pigmented. So I'm not bringing that one all the way into the inner corner. But I do want it to kind of be even on both sides. I hate the lighting in here. Like, I hate it so bad. Then, because the inner corners are still covered, like they still got the concealer, so they're lighter, I'm just gonna kind of blend the two glittery colors and do those on the inner corner and press that in instead of sweeping it across. That's pretty. It's like glittery, but not like a super loose glitter. Okay. I'm not mad at that. If you ever need a place to swatch your brushes in between colors, just use the inside of your pocket. That's what I do. And then the darker, I'm gonna pack that into the corner. Outer corner. Not inner. Okay. And then I'm actually going to take that first pinky, the kind of rose colored one, with a smaller brush. and run that along the lower lash line. And that's kind of like a second layer to eyeliner. Yeah, and you're not going to be able to see because of the lighting. I'll take a picture after outside in natural lighting so that you can see it. Okay, that is, I'm pretty happy with those shades of eyeshadow. That looks nice. So now I am going to use the Revlon Color Stay. Actually, no. I'm going to get crazy, and I'm going to use this NYX Epic Ink Liner in Milk Chocolate, number 4. God, I love Monster. So I'm going to start on the inner. I don't use liquid eyeliner like ever because I'm too shaky and it never looks right. But I'm trying to do a very, don't blink, a very thin line across the top. And then I'm going to do the faintest little wing. And I just tried to follow the curve of the lower lash line going up. Bring that out a little bit with the tip of your nail. And that's actually not the worst. I've done a lot better, a lot worse than that before. But I'm gonna thicken it up a tiny bit at the outer corner. Okay. And then on the inner corner, I'm gonna bring that down the tiniest bit. I like it. Now I just need to try to recreate that on this side. How? How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do this? Why? This is so much harder than it needs to be. And I mean, like, they look related, but definitely not twinning. That's good enough because I'm gonna use very fine precision brush after in a second with some of that darker color that I used on the outer corners and smudge the liner out like the tiniest bit. Now I'm not gonna use the liquid liner on my lower lash line. Instead, I'm gonna take this Revlon Color Stay eyeliner in 203 brown, and I'm gonna use that in my waterline. And I don't know why, when there's not a camera like running, I can do this in 2 seconds. Just swip, swip, good to go. As soon as I'm recording, it's like my first time ever doing it. Just the tiniest bit. Sometimes I feel like the reason that my makeup doesn't look the way that I have it in my head is because I'm not using enough. And I'm like, I feel like I use a lot. Not in comparison to a lot of girls online, but I don't know. So with this very fine, come on, angled brush, I'm going to use that kind of darker brownish red, rosy color. And I'm just going over top of everywhere that I put the liquid liner. I'm also going to try something different today because I've been seeing a lot of videos where girls are adding... Hang on, I can't talk and do this at the same time. Where girls are adding a second wing, kind of from the lower lash line. And it just adds so much like volume and dimension to their lashes and their eye makeup in general, and it looks so pretty. I literally just packed all of that right onto my eyeball. That's cool. That felt wonderful. Yes, you pay quite a bit more for Charlotte Tilbury and Rhode and whatever makeup, but I don't know. Sometimes I think it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. So the lower wing, can hardly even see that, but whatever. Okay, that's about as good as it's gonna get for me. This is Fenty Pro Filter in 140, I don't know. And as you can see, I'm breaking out quite a bit all over my chin. It's my favorite. Throw that on, and then I'm going to use Anastasia Beverly Hills Mink Contour Stick. I'm doing this a little bit differently than I normally do, and a little heavier than I normally do. Just to see. Just because I don't have anything that I don't have anything that I really am racing off to do, like I said, so I got time to play around here. I'm going to use the tiniest little bit of, say, Dewy Blush in the shade Lady, and use that kind of as a base. Not a base, but you know what I mean. Just the tiniest little bit. I still have not purchased a foundation, like any type of foundation. Mostly because I don't really understand the point of it. Like I do and I don't, because like if you're priming your skin enough, you know, with skincare, skin prep, whatever. If you're doing enough of that, then why do you need yet another base? Oh, I went way too heavy right here. I don't know, and then you go and you put concealer over top of it. It just seems like so many layers and kind of unnecessary layers, in my opinion. But again, I don't know all that much about makeup. I'm still just kind of learning as I go. Plus, I also don't really know how to find my shade of it. Blending is like the hardest part of this, I feel like. Blending and getting things to sit where you want them to stay. Whoa, that's... Okay, so I gotta go over that with bronzer. I hate that. I hate the texture that your skin holds onto. Even like more so when you put makeup on. And the blending and everything just takes forever. I think that's okay though. You can't really see. You can't see what I'm seeing, and that kind of sucks. And it's really hard when you are blending like the creams and everything, the base. I find it really hard to pat instead of swipe. You know what I mean? Because some of it you're just like, okay, move. Or maybe that's just me and my poor anger management. That's probably what it is. However, I do like that the cream blush that I use from Say isn't so, you know, because I can do that afterwards in layers with the Road Toasted Teddy. This just acts like a nice little base for it. So next I'm going to use the NYX Buttermelt Bronzer in Butter Biscuit. If I can get it open. I don't know what my problem is, but I buy so many brushes and everything. And different tools, whatever. And then I still use the same 3 or 4 brushes every time that I put makeup on. Exhibit A. There's a lot in there, and I used 2 brushes for my eyeshadow and 1 to blend the cream base. I'm gonna use this weird one that I got at Dollar Tree. So this is very warm toned, this entire makeup look today. I like adding that right at the bottom of your chin, so it kind of brings, you know what I mean, like rounds your face down. I don't think that's too much. Like, it's a lot, but it doesn't look like it's like too much. So that's good. Now I get the Toasted Teddy. Same blush brush that I always use. I think this was Paris Hilton from the set that I got years ago. Okay, that's a lot. That's a loud. That's okay, because I need to use mineral powder. Do I want to use a mineral powder, or do I want to... No, I'm going to try one of the new puffs that I got with some loose setting powder. Some of these are, like, I have little mini ones like this that were from the Dollar Tree, and they're just so hard to use because they're so small. Come on. This is not working how I wanted it to. But it will help take down some of the shine. And that overall blunt redness. Whatever. I tried to say goodbye and I choke. Try to walk away and I stumble. I feel like I need some highlighter. I'm going to use this Revolution Peach Lights. Just because it's kind of got some pinky undertones to it. Paris Hilton fan brush. Just going to paint the hell out of that brush. And yes, I realize that I haven't done anything with the powder yet. Just wait. And then my favorite spot to highlight are the two peaks of your Cupid's bow. Cute, cute, cute. This is just this kind of nude beige mineral powder that I have had since high school. I'm not gonna lie. And I turned 40 this year. But if it works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's my point of view on it. Okay, so that's all good. And then I have my cute little makeup, well, lip kit bag. Because, well, my eyes aren't too, like, crazy. First of all, I didn't even do my lashes. So let's start there. I was gonna do like a bold red lip, but I don't think that's the vibe for today. I can't get anything out of here. So, I'm gonna use a lip cheat, and that's it. But first I gotta do my lashes. Okay. Now, because my lashes never want to stay curled, I'm gonna try something. Just gonna use a little bit of brow gel after curling them and use that kind of like a primer for them. That was not good at all. That was a lot. It felt like a lot that went in my eye. That's okay. If I go blind later today, that was why. I'm using the Tartelette XL tubing mascara. Because I'm kinda not fully focused right now. Because my breakfast snack is starting to set in. And I wanted to keep my eye makeup brown today. But this is black already. So it's a mixture. I just find brown, obviously it's a little bit softer than the black. Black is usually so harsh on my features. But I don't have the brow mascara in front of me, and I don't feel like taking an hour to look for it. I don't like it when they separate like that and they make like I don't know, they look piecey. I have magnetic lashes that I could have put on, but that's more effort than I'm willing to put in today. If I had plans, maybe I would do false lashes, but realistically, other than napping and maybe doing a Lego later, in the gym also, like, that's about all I've got going on today. I might go to Walmart because I've got a face primer here, but it's e.l.f. tone adjusting primer, but it doesn't like do anything for grip. Like when I'm watching YouTube tutorials and even on TikTok, every girl who uses a primer, they always talk about how, like, wait, 60 seconds or whatever, wait for it to dry a tiny bit, so that your skin gets really tacky and that it's grippy, like the makeup has something to grip to. But this that I have does nothing. Like, it has the consistency of unmelted butter. Like, I don't know how to explain it any further. Anyway, I don't love it. This is, really bad. Something badly needs to get sharpened. But it's the Pillow Talk Medium Charlotte Tilbury. That's just the lip cheat. Do I have a sharpener anywhere close by? I do. There's one on the other end of here. Perfect. Not perfect, because that's just a little tiny nub. That's not gonna work. Kind of shitty thing about having so much makeup is when you need something, it's inevitable. You are not gonna find it. So while awesome. While I am looking for my sharpener, I'm finding makeup that I forgot that I had. And a lot of it too. Sharpener? Is that you? Nope. No, but I did just find another lipstick. e.l.f. Razzle Dazzle. That's quite dark. This is not fun. Not cool. And another lip. There's Fenty Beauty in Lip Icon. Is that what it's called? Fenty Fenty icon. I don't know. HBIC. I don't know what that means. This is so frustrating. I know that I have at least one sharpener around here somewhere. Okay, so I'm just not meant to sharpen this before going. Using this to kind of contour my lips a little bit. I don't like to overline because I feel like it's just so obvious when I do. I have the lipstick, the matching lipstick to this somewhere, but I don't know where it is right now. So I'm just lining with that, and then I'm going to use the Too Faced Lip Injection Plumper over top. And that's good enough. That's where we're at for today. Thank you for watching and spending an hour with me. I hope you have a great day. Happy Valentine's Day if you are celebrating, as I said. I hope you look gorgeous and feel all the love. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.